Hi, it's Pat Campbell here tonight, and I have a story to share with you. It's not related to business particularly, but it certainly has to do with getting over, well, I'm going to use the word overwhelmed, um, facing an obstacle, looking at a task, uh, taking up a challenge to do something new, which I've done a number of this fall. And we talk about process, like doing something step by step, knowing where we want to go in terms of an end result, but doing the process. And I've talked about that recently. Uh, Tonight I have an example of how I got myself in a knot about a project I had taken on for a girlfriend. I'm going to show it to you. It's here we are. It's a sewing project, and yes, I can sew in my 1973 sewing machine. It's a valance. Let's see if I can show you a little bit. It's going to hang in her dining room like this, gather up and all that kind of stuff. So simply I had to make straight lines. I mean, it's nothing, it wasn't rocket science. Hi, Kathy, nice to have you here. And yes, I know we all have process and obstacles and challenge. But anyway, I've had this fabric. I think, in fact, I posted a picture on Facebook this summer when I was cutting things out and being ambitious. But this has been sitting, waiting to be done since, I'm not even sure if it's August or July. And my girlfriend has a naked dining room because, the other set is here for me to use as a pattern. And I simply haven't been getting at it. How am I going to do this? What's it going to work? How is it going to work? Will I get the right size? Will it fit? Will it, all these kind of things. I needed to go buy some more lining today. I got one piece and I needed a second piece. So for weeks and for days, this has been sitting in my basement, and it's taken me, I don't know, 4, maybe 5 hours today. And I love the work. I'm inspired by it. It's inspired me to buy a flannelette to make pajamas for my grandchildren. But having this sitting in the basement, unfinished, waiting to be completed and handed back to its owner and hung in the dining room, has been an obstacle for me because, like a little bit of a shadow. I am doing other things. I have other projects on the go. I want to spend time with them. But this was sitting here waiting for me to get at it. And once I finished it basically in 2 days here. I'm very happy with the result. Looks great. I think she's going to be thrilled. I have enough fabric left over to make a napkin and perhaps a small tablecloth even. But my point is, when we feel overwhelmed by what's before us, we can take a couple of positions with that. We can say, oh, it's too much. I'm not going to do it. I can't. I'm just going to go to bed. Or we can say, it's too hard. Somebody else needs to do it. Somebody needs to show me every step of the way. I really can't figure it out on my own. And there are times, I have to say, in my own thinking over the past decade or more, where I would say this is too hard. I'm not sure I can do this. I've come alongside a mentor, and of course there's some things I've done that are remarkable for me at the moment. And there's some things moving forward now. This weekend I'm in a challenge, and I've extended an invitation to a couple of people to look at videos, and they have. And I've had a wonderful conversation with someone whom I have a great respect for. And it's an open-ended conversation. It's not closed. We will still be talking. And there may be somebody else that I'll be talking to as well. So, and just 6 weeks ago, I couldn't imagine doing that from the social media space particularly. There's some that I have, for sure. There's plenty that I have. But in this context, so the point I'm trying to make is I don't need to live all tied up in a knot about things that seem new, difficult, uncomfortable. And I know that all I need to do is the process, one step at a time to get to me where I need to go. And then celebrate. Gosh, it's so fun to be able to text my girlfriend and say, come and pick these up tomorrow. They're all done. It's so fun to say at the end of the weekend, you know, I talked to so many people, or this many videos were watched, or whatever. That's a challenge. And so I want to encourage you that when you feel overwhelmed, just make a decision that, okay, this is hard. I don't know how it's going to work out. It's new and uncomfortable, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to take one step, put my foot or my thoughts or my writing or my actions or my phone calls or my texts or whatever you're doing into momentum, and do one after the other and get a result that moves you forward to the next step, and then build on that. And build on the success feeling that you have when you've actually really got something done that you just thought last week you couldn't do. So anyway, this is going to be the first of many. I've decided to challenge myself to do 100 of these in a row. I'm not going to number them here in the space, but I am going to be around a fair bit. So we'll talk to you again. And I'll close this down for now. And always, if you have a comment you want to make, or a thumbs up, or if you want to private message me about an obstacle or a task or something that you're facing that's tough, let's talk about that. Okay, bye-bye for now.